Hey everyone, it's Liz back again with more of my crazy stitching adventures. I have to start out this video with a special shout out to my biggest fans in Miami who inadvertently outed my YouTube channel to my husband. So thank you for that. He had no idea. I still don't think he's going to watch it, to be honest, because he doesn't care about stitching so much. But love you guys. And so excited to find out that you actually watched. That cracked me up. And now I'm super embarrassed and I'm going to be very self-conscious. So thank you. All right. Thank you to all the rest of you who are crazy enough to watch this too. So I have a lot to show you and I'm early. Cool, right? I don't know how that happened, but I do have a lot to show. And we're going to start off with the HAED Stitch Along. That's Heaven and Earth Designs. To those who don't know, I am doing Jelly World, and I am now at 92, almost 93% complete. So here it is. Just have this little section here to get finished. Putting in my 300 stitches a day, sometimes a little bit more. And right now I am about to be finished with this in a little less than a month. I think November 14-ish is when I should be done. So assuming, you know, nothing goes crazy and I don't stitch for a week or something. This is on 25 count Lugana and it is 1/1 full cross stitch. Really excited to get it done just because I've just been working on this for so long and I'm excited to get it finished, but also because next year's Stitch Along is coming. So one of the reasons I wanted to get this video out is for anyone who's interested in doing next year's Heaven and Earth Design Stitch Along. The info is coming out November 1st. They will not put anything out earlier, so there's no need to go ask questions or anything. But if you want to join, get onto the Heaven and Earth Designs Facebook group by the 1st. They will have all the info out. They will show us the patterns. Right now they're showing us teasers that are partially covered up with stickers, which is frustrating and awesome at the same time because you kind of can figure out if something's maybe up your alley or not. But they're not going to show us the patterns until the 1st. And then they'll give us all the information about when things will open for purchase, you know, when it closes, all of that stuff. So November 1st for that. And I'm excited. I don't know if I'll do it again, but I'm really excited to see what's in store for us. So that's the Stitch Along. Another, I'm in all these games now, which is crazy. Another one is the Whip into Shape Challenge. That is the runner stitcher, Andrew, doing his marathon training. We only have a few weeks left on that one. And I'm working on Visit Lothlorien. I'm not going to show you the picture because I am that close to done. This is 21,949 stitches, which is about 97.5%. So I've just got that little bit in the words below. There's a teeny bit of back stitching. I might add a little more back stitching. For example, I feel like the visit is not all that visible, so I might do a little back stitching in there, single strand, you know, just to kind of liven it up a bit. We'll see. I might change my mind. You never know. But hoping to finish that. It's probably going to be right at the end, is my guess. But that's okay. I really thought I would get through that and into another whip in the first marathon. This is the second one. And yeah, still not done with that piece, but we're getting there. Okay, so next up, WIPGO. So this is my first piece for October, which I decided to work on Anne Boleyn. This was number 6 was the call, work towards the finish. This is just a cute little kit that I got from Sheena Rogers Designs. It's 14 count Ada. This is probably like the smallest piece for me that I ever will do, but here she is. I've actually gotten quite a bit done. Actually, this whole side of her dress is what I've done, the red and the white on this side as well. So it's a bit of stitching. Actually, it's more than it looks like to me. I don't know about you, but I'm one of those people, I see a spot like this and I go, I can fill that in one day. No, no, I can't. No, I can't. But I'm trying. I'm trying to get her finished. I'd really like to get her finished this year. So she's kind of on my list of things that I want to continue to work on. But that's what I got done for that. For my second October WIPGO call, it was something I haven't worked on yet this year. I think I'm going to work on America Land That We Love by Jean Farish. I haven't pulled it out yet. Today is the 23rd, by the way, of October. So I'm kind of hoping to get that pulled out to work on, but you know, I'll get it done sometime. I've been too busy playing Survivor Stitchy Game, and that's my next thing to talk about. So I did change the stitch counts. I removed some of the things that you would stitch for because when I first started the Survivor Stitching Game, I thought, oh my God, there is no way I'm going to do this many stitches. So just a reminder to everybody, make it your own, do what you want. You know, you're the one doing this. So that's what I did. I said, you know what? No. So I'm not going to tell you at all what teams things were done for. Because I don't want to ruin it for anyone who does watch Survivor but isn't caught up. I, a lot of times, are nowhere near caught up. So I don't want to ruin it for anyone. So there were 3 teams. My first team has Stained Glass Mermaid. So here she is. Isn't she beautiful? I am now up to 6,218 stitches, which is 15.9%. So this is just a nice way to get some work done on a few things. It keeps me from getting too stagnant in what I'm working on. The next one was Pirates of the Caribbean. I know everybody loves this piece. I love this piece. I am now at 37,566 stitches, which is 16%. Luckily, the team that I was working on this one for kept getting a lot of points, or kept getting a lot of stitches added to them. So I've gotten quite a bit done working on bringing Captain Jack Sparrow to life. Hoping to get more done on this one in the near future. This is one of those pieces, it's so big that honestly, it makes your brain go, no way, I'm not gonna be able to get this done. But I'm gonna get this done, guys. I am. I'm gonna get it done. I love this piece. Oh, I keep forgetting to tell you, these are both 18 count, this and Stained Glass Mermaid. 18 count. I can never remember the colors, so sorry. But yeah, 18 count, 2/2, full cross. I always do full cross. The only time I do tent is if it's called for, it's specifically in a kit or if it is needlepoint. So yeah. All right, the next one up is Katniss. I call it Katniss. The name of the piece is actually the Hunger Games. This one is from Mod Cross Stitch? No, Thread Geeks. This one is Thread Geeks. It's just this beautiful orange and yellow. Get it up close. I think it's so pretty. This is 2,214 stitches, or 7%. This is on black 18 count Aida, and it came as a kit. So I'm using all the stuff from the kit. Let me just bring up the picture. This one particularly, you cannot tell what it's going to be without viewing the manga. This is, oh, rude. This is what she's going to look like when she's done. I love it. It's so pretty. Lots of oranges and reds in there. It's funny that it shows it on the white background, but it is on the black background. If anyone who's really smart with Pattern Keeper knows how to change that, let me know. That would be awesome. But so those are my 3 teams. Now in the last episode, they swapped teams. This is something they do quite a lot in Survivor, and now there's only 2 teams. So as I had said before, with the team swap, I'm swapping whips. So for this last week, I've been doing different whips. So the first one I think is very familiar to a lot of you, and that is the Deadly Aquarium. This is Lola Crow. this was a stitch along. I was doing great on the stitch along, and then I fell really far behind. So doing it on Survivor stitching to get back in the swing. But I do love this. This color does not come out in pictures or on camera. So that's unfortunate, but it is this beautiful green color. Maybe if I pull it back, you can see it's much more green. I have 11,634 stitches on this, which is 62% done. Yeah, it's one of those ones that I don't know what it is about this piece, but I struggle. I struggle with it. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. It's a beautiful piece and I love it. But for some reason I struggle with it. So I'm just going to keep on struggling with Survivor with it. So you'll see some more of that, hopefully. We'll see how these teams do. I am planning that when the teams merge completely, that I will go to singles. I know some people I think have already gone to single projects, but I didn't want that many projects. I can't do too many projects in a week. I feel like I don't get any progress done if I do that. So that's why I'm doing it this way. So the second piece that I chose is my stained glass lion. So here he is. He is beautiful. Oh, come on, please. I cannot deal with the glare. My room is very bright. This is my office here, and it's very, very bright. But here's my beautiful lion. I absolutely love him. The colors are so beautiful. So I went a little crazy this week. I was supposed to get 400 stitches done, but I did more. I did more like 6, I think, because I was very smart. The top of this is all black. There's like 8 or 9 complete lines, 300 stitches of black. So I started those, but when I did them, I used a little trick of doing half stitches. You know, I usually go across and then back, you know, the whole line across and then the whole way back. So what I did is every 10th stitch, I did a full cross. So I was counting them out. And when I got to a spot that had a nice, easy place for me to mark where the black ended, I did that. And because I did that, it was easy for me to get down into the colors without counting too hard and without messing up. I don't like to move too far away from what I'm working on stitching. I do not do a lot of counting out to other places and then stitching more. I do more of working in an area and then working out because I get really mad when I mess up on counting. So because I had done that, I was able, oh my gosh, my phone is blowing up. I'm sorry if you're hearing all the dinging. I was able to get some colors in. So I'm so excited. I got all this blue in. Look at how pretty it is. It is so gorgeous. The inside of that triangle, or not triangle, it's a diamond. The inside of the diamond is going to be red. So that's probably what I'm going to hit next, just to get more color in here because I love the colors. This is another 25 count 1/1 Lugana. I'm on the Lugana train, people. I'm 1/1 Lugana is what I'm doing. So this is only 1,308 stitches for 1%, but I did start this for my birthday a couple weeks ago. So this is actually quite a lot of stitching for me to get done in that amount of time. So, all right, that is Survivor. I will tell you, I really thought I wasn't going to make it with the Survivor stitching. Oh my gosh, I thought this is stupid. Why are you committing to this? I'm not going to tell anybody I'm doing this because I'm going to drop out in like 2 weeks, but I've managed to keep it up, managed to talk myself out of going crazy. And I think the way I'm doing it is helping. We'll see when we get to the merge. I might not like it once we get to the merge, but we'll see. This is my first time doing this kind of stitching game with a competition show like this. But I love Survivor. And Yoshi, I will be watching Survivor Australia. Thank you for that link. I haven't gotten to it yet. It's Halloween season, so I'm full in Halloween mode right now. Watching all the Disney movies, watching Hocus Pocus and all of that stuff. But I will get there because I'm really excited to watch that. Okay, so this is Rambling Liz today. You don't usually get that Liz, but you're getting Rambling Liz. All right, so plans. I'm going to do 24 hours of cross stitch. I'm definitely doing it. I had to figure out how to do it so it would work for me. I am not going to do 24 projects. Do I have 24 projects? Yes, I have over 50, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do 4 projects. I'm going to spend 6 hours of work on each project. It's probably going to take me a few weekends to complete because the truth is I'm not likely to get 12 hours a day for stitching. I am just a busy person. I actually thought this weekend was going to be completely clear, and then I was reminded of something that I had agreed to do. So, yeah, it might take me a month to get this done, and that's okay. That's okay. So I will make a separate video for that when it happens. So I have figured out what projects I want to work on. The first one is the Pirates of the Caribbean. Obviously, I want to see what 6 hours of work looks like on that. I think it'll be amazing. And the stained glass lion, because I'm obviously super into that right now. The other one, there's 2 more. One of the ones that I want to do is my Metallica piece, which, in case you have forgotten, because I haven't been showing it every week, looks like this. Yes, it's crazy. Super crazy, and I love it. But yeah, that's my metallic piece. And here's where I'm at so far on it. Not a lot. But I've filled this in a little bit better, which is nice. Previously, it was kind of half filled in. It was hard to tell what you were looking at. So I'd love to get a nice 6-hour amount of work done on this. I think that would be really cool. So that's on my list. And then the last one is one that no one would suspect. It is not a pattern keeper one. The last one that I would do is my Teresa Wensler mermaid. And here she is in all her glory. In 6 hours, I could possibly finish her skin or the bottom of the border. Who knows? This one's not in pattern keeper though, so I won't be able to count stitches. Because I'll be honest, it's just too dang tedious to count stitches off of a paper chart. So, but still, I think it would be an amazing amount of work that would get done on that if I could devote 6 hours to it. And I really want to get her done. I've had this piece since 1990 something. Seriously, it has been in my stash since then, and I only started it a few years ago. So I really want to get her finished. This is kind of one of those dream pieces for me. This is one that I, have loved ever since it was brand new. And I just want to, God, I think it would be amazing to have her done. So those are my 4 pieces. I've kind of got a plan in my mind of how I want that to work. We'll see if what I have in my mind actually is what happens. But I'm going to try. All right, so that's it for my stitching. I do have a bunch of crochet and knitting because it's getting on Christmas time. So first of all, I finished my knitted socks. These are Hermione's Everyday Socks. This is a free pattern from Ravelry if you want it. I love this. It's just a very simple pattern. It gives you some cool texture, but without being so busy that, if it's a really busy pattern, the self-striping yarn like this just obscures the pattern. So it works really well for this kind of yarn. This is a Christmas present for a friend of mine who I don't actually know if she watches my YouTube or not. So she will remain nameless and hopefully we'll be surprised when she gets them. I'm also making, this is called Cozy Thermal Mitts, and I don't know who the person is. It actually doesn't say on the pattern, oddly, but this was another free Ravelry pattern. So I've only got the first mitt going. It's just a very simple texture here. That's on the top side of the mitt, and then the back side is just knit. That way, if you're doing something with these on, those bumps are not in your palm. So that'll make this more comfortable to wear. It's going to be just a fingerless. There'll be a few stitches on the thumb, you know, to bring that up higher, but then the rest of it will just be all 4 fingers together. So not making separate fingers for this. So the yarn for this is a very cool gradient. I don't think I'll get to that orange on the outside, but really cool blues, greens, purples. This is another present. And I'm actually going to be making 2 pairs of these because I have 2 balls of this yarn. Each ball should make 1 pair, and I'm going to see when I'm done, I might actually be able to make a third. So that will be some Christmas presents for people. And these work up super fast. This is like 2 days of work while I'm sitting in meetings. So it's a super easy pattern to do while you're doing other things, which I don't sit still. So meetings, this is a great way to keep my mind focused. The other thing that I'm working on is my twirling cocoon. This is going to be a sweater. Right now it's actually just like a big square. So this has gotten quite a bit bigger. Pretty good directions. This was another free pattern. I have to say though that some of the directions are a little funky. Oops. This is like very raised pattern. It is very cool. It's just a lot of busy pattern. So I'm having a lot of fun with it, but still have a long way to go. So I have about 2 more rounds on this square. Then you cut your yarn and do 4 corners, which will be basically along the sides. So you take this, you're taking this square that you're doing, and then you're suddenly going to turn it, which is funky. And then after you do that, then you're going to work to turn it into a sweater, add sleeves, add a collar, things like that. So yeah, it's very involved, but I love that because I do like a little bit more involved of a crochet pattern. If it's too easy, I get bored. I'm also working on another of my my beautiful orange sweater that I made for myself. The yarn is actually behind me. It's just a country blue color. I just frogged the whole thing though, because even though I made a gauge square, my gauge was off. So back to the drawing board, making another gauge square. That's going to be another present for somebody. Have not promised a timeline on that one though. Actually, nobody knows any of this stuff is coming, so it'll get done when it's done. But yeah, that's all my crazy stuff. It's a lot. It's a lot that I have going on. So that's why I wanted to make a video today, to get you all up to speed. So much going on, but I'm so excited about it. I have been just in cross stitch like crazy mode. Yesterday I got in like 600 stitches on Jelly World because I just found a new spot in a color that had like kind of a nice chunk in one spot. So I just went. So that's how it's going for me. That's everything I have, and I did that fast. I have a ton of stuff to do today, so I wanted to sneak this in, and I think I managed that. So I hope you're all having a wonderful stitchy week. Happy stitching to all of you, and I'm sure you'll be seeing me soon.